Happy Wednesday, everybody. Pastor Dan here. I am joined by Pam Simboli. How are you doing today, Pam?
I'm well, thank you.
Excellent. So, Pam, you've been a member of our church for a number of years. You've served in various capacities people might know you from. I think most notably over the last couple of years, your work with children's ministry as a Sunday school teacher here at our church. But you're here today to talk about sort of the opposite end of the age spectrum. We have a class on Wednesday night, starting tonight for 4 weeks, that deals with topics of end of life, palliative care, hospice. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this class?
So this came about really, I'm very passionate about, as I get older, just about end of life and what I see and what I don't see, and wanting to bring peace to families, whether it's the individual passing or the families, about end of life. And we really want to make people more comfortable having those discussions and giving you information about the things that you worry about but maybe are afraid to ask.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know you're going to be leading this class, and you work at Aurora House, but there's going to be some other folks from Aurora House joining, I think, to facilitate.
Yep, our director at Aurora House, Casey Perkins, is doing it with us, and or with me, I should say, and we're both really pretty excited about doing it.
That's fantastic. And if you aren't familiar, Aurora House is a local hospice care facility.
Yes. Yep.
We'll put a link to that somewhere in this video description. Why don't you tell me a little bit about tonight's session, because I know if you're watching this in the church email, the day it goes out, Wednesday, is when this series starts. Tonight at 6:30, that's May 17th at 6:30. What's the topic going to be for tonight's session?
Tonight we will be discussing palliative care versus hospice care. Specifically, one of the things that we find is that people tend to wait too long to be involved with one of those. And there are so many benefits to being enrolled sooner than later. Obviously, you have to follow the guidelines, but rather than coming into hospice a day before the end, it's just, we really want to give you opportunity to ask questions, the who, what, where, when, and why do I become involved in hospice.
Wow, that sounds like a really good conversation. I'm planning to be there tonight, and I didn't even know that there is a difference between palliative care and hospice, so I'm looking forward to learning as well. Last question, who could benefit from this series? Who is this intended for? Age range, is this just something for folks at the end of life, or is this something everyone can get something out of?
Absolutely everybody. I mean, we are obviously talking about end of life, so too young, maybe not, but I would think high school and older. We see families spread across the country anymore, and I think as a result of that, we have come into a time where we're just not as comfortable dealing with death or have those conversations, whereas 50 years ago, we were living with grandparents or somebody that was going through that, so we were more comfortable. And I think just being more comfortable in those conversations will bring a lot of comfort.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, we've all got folks in our lives, whether it's parents, grandparents, friends, who are facing some of this stuff. So yeah, it sounds like a fantastic class. Again, the series starts this Wednesday night, and it is for 4 weeks.
4 months.
4 months?
4 months.
It's once a month. Sorry, yes. I was thinking it was once a week. Apologies for that. So it's once a month, starting this Wednesday, May 17th at 6:30 p.m. right here at church. It's called With Illness Can Come Comfort, Lifting the Curtain. I'll see you there, and I'll see all of you there. Thank you so much for coming in, Pam.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.